In today's video, I will share with you my freelancing story slash virtual assistant story to somehow inspire you to start your freelance business now. Hey everyone, it's me Coach Z, and in this channel I share Upwork tips, virtual assistant tutorials, and everything freelancing. So if this all sounds so good to you, please hit that subscribe button below and turn on the notification bell so you get notified whenever I drop an episode. It's been a while since my last video, but I hope this is worth your time. In this video, I'll share with you my freelancing story, my virtual assistant story, and in each stage or milestone, I'll share with you a lesson that you can take with you after watching the video. So I hope you'll enjoy this episode, and let's get started. Okay, my freelancing story started in 2007 after I graduated from college. A friend of my sister introduced me into this online platform where she told me that you can get paid for a service that you provide. And given that I'm a business minded and I was not ready yet at that time to get myself employed right away, knowing that there is this opportunity to earn while working at home was something very interesting for me. So I decided to take a look at it, and that was Odesk that time and now Upwork. And when I created my account, the first thing that I did was to look over the projects that are available and then paused and assessed what skills do I have. Like, duh, I'm a fresh graduate, no experience at all. And I was thinking that time, what service can I actually sell? So, given that I love writing since I think probably high school, I thought that that could be a skill that I can sell. So I went through my college essays and looked for the A pluses and A minuses essays and retyped them and turned them as my portfolio. To make the long story short, in a month's time, I got my first ever writing project, which is for a Malaysian wedding magazine. Wow, amazing, right? Wedding agad. Yan. So, I enjoyed it, but before I looked for more projects, I waited till I've literally withdrawn the money in my bare hands. The moment that I received the money, I told myself, okay, let's try again. And so I looked for more writing projects even outside Odesk, like Answer Essays, Research Eden, elance.com, and those platforms that I mentioned are no longer existent. But during that time, I got paid from those platforms. So yeah, from writing for a wedding magazine, I did article writing, blog writing, academic writing, and I up until writing content for websites. So got a client who has this agency, web design agency, and one of the services that they provide was web content writing. So I was like the in-house writer for that position. So I truly enjoyed that stage because I was enjoying writing and I'm getting paid on time, and it was 100% legit. So that's the first part of my story, all right? And the lesson or the principle that you can take with you from that story of mine is that you'll never know unless you start, all right? If you're at this, stage wherein you're still doubting if freelancing is for you, just start, just try it. You'll never know if it works for you or not, right? Regardless if it works for you or not, at least you've tried, right? And so, you only need to invest more of your time and effort and energy, but you won't be spending a single dime. So that's lesson number 1 for that stage of my story. You'll never know unless you start. All right, the next stage of my freelancing story was in 2014. That was the time that I was officially a virtual assistant. And take note, I didn't have any experience about VA work. because I was doing more of writing projects on the side that time, right? But take note, I'm doing the freelancing work on the side, not full time, from 2007 until 2014. And in 2014, I officially got my first virtual assistant project. It was all so new to me, like literally, like, what is a VA? But thankfully, my client at that time was very patient in teaching me how to do things, sending me video instructions to help me understand what what he would want to expect from the output that I'll be giving him. So what I did during that time was email handling, like creating tags, labels, categories, and then I also handled his finances, bills payment, and then I know how much he has saved already and the expenses, and then like everything about finances. Like I literally have an access to his credit card because I'm the one who's buying from him, I'm the one who's booking for him, like Uber and Grab, and it's only that it was only that time that I explore that there is this Uber thing and Grab thing. Like, oh my gosh, you can like order from Grab, and during that time it was not yet a thing here in the Philippines, so they were all new to me, but it was super duper exciting. So I did web research, extensive web research, and a lot more VA work during that time. It was scary, for sure. It was scary because, I didn't really know what I'm doing. But it was fun, and it helped me grow, and it helped me develop more skills. So the lesson for that stage of my freelancing story is that be willing to learn. Be trainable, be open to new things, new learning, new knowledge, new skills, because that's the only way that you can grow. Even if it's something uncomfortable or something that scares you, just try it and be open and just receive it and just enjoy new things, all right? So that's lesson number 2 for you. Also, side note, it was also in 2014 that I had to decide to press on full stop on freelancing because I had a sensitive pregnancy during the time, and once I gave birth, my sister and I decided to put up a business, so I had to put all my focus and attention and time and energy on our business during that time. So I had to, press full stop, and it was only in 2018 that I decided to go back to freelancing. And at that time, I was more willing to do it full time in a way, like put all my time, energy, and effort and everything in freelancing. So it was in 2018, and that's the third stage of my freelancing journey. And when I went back, the first project that I got was a social media management role, which is, again, with emphasis, I had no work experience at all. I had no experience. Like, everything was super new to me again because I had to stop for over 4 years. There are new software, tools, and all those stuff. I really had to cope with the new trends, the new tools and software. So anyway, writing captions was a bit easier for me because I've been writing ever since. So that part I was able to handle well. The other part I had to really learn, like, the scheduling of social media posts. I was actually surprised that you can actually like schedule your social media posts. Amazing, right? And graphic designing, I'm not creative when it comes to designing, but I had to learn, and thankfully I pulled it all through. Yay! So the lesson for that stage of my freelancing story is that it's okay if you change your niche or your service. Like, I started with writing services, and then VA work, and then social media management. So that tells you that you can actually change your niche or your service. All right, you can always do that. If you feel like what you're doing right now is no longer serving you, or it no longer makes you happy, then you can move on with another skill and master that skill, and focus on that skill. So that's lesson number 3. All right, you can always change your niche or your service. All right, the last part of my freelancing story is in 2020. That was the time that I became a YouTube strategist for my clients. And again, I had no experience. It was just that I had this client who shared his, YouTube course with me, learned the course and implemented it on his YouTube channel. But also, I decided to create my own YouTube channel, which is this one. That's the birth of Confessions of Virtual Assistant, to see if the strategy really worked, even for, a different niche. Because my client at that time was in the entertainment industry. He's a celebrity, so obviously already has these subscribers and followers, right? So I decided to create my own channel to make this as my own case study to see if the strategy really works. And so far until now, I'm still a YouTube strategist, and I think I've handled over 6 YouTube channels already, and it's really fun. And this is also to say to you that it was only in 2020, when I was a YouTube strategist, that I booked a premium client. I know that we have different definitions of a premium client, but as for me, it was in 2020 that I feel like I booked my premium client and I was able to scale my business. The lesson for this stage of my freelancing story is that you need to have a specialized skill so you can charge more, all right? I felt like I was able to book premium clients for my YouTube strategy service. It's because, there are only a few of us, so meaning less competition, and it's a very specialized skill. So the lesson for that one is, if you want to scale your freelance business, if you want to grow your business and start charging premium, you should also, maybe have a more specialized skill or a service package that is not being offered by anybody else. So there you go. So just a recap of my freelancing story and the lessons that I just shared with you is that, number 1, you'll never know unless you start. Number 2, you should be trainable and willing to learn new things. Third one is, you can always change your niche or your service or your skills. And the fourth one is that you need to have a more specialized skill or a higher type of support to charge premium. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you learned something from this video. I hope it has given you some sort of inspiration and maybe an extra push to start your freelance business. All right, so I hope I'll see you on my next episode. Bye!